Hello, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see everybody here today as usual. Man, it's a special day all around, special day for us here in the United States of America. It is Veterans Day. It's a little loud by this GPU here. Go ahead and move out of the way there. I was a little bit loud sitting there talking to you guys next to that GPU cart. But yes, it's Veterans Day here in the United States of America. So I thought we'd do a little special veteran stream. We're going to break from the Asia Pacific tour just for this. I know there's I saw a couple guys commenting on chat. You guys were in the armed services. I appreciate your guys' service very much. Thank you so much for what you guys have done for this country. You know, without veterans and those answering the call, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we love to do here, worry-free, and just be proud to be an American. So I can't thank you guys enough. This stream is dedicated to everybody who has ever served. I'm super excited. It's been a while since I've been on the sim here. It's been over a week since we did our last flight into Shanghai, which was totally awesome. I did one little members only stream, and then now we're back in the Zibo 737, which I haven't flown since the last time we streamed it, but you can't get more American than flying the Freedom One livery around, right? Especially into DC on the river visual approach. Winds right now 140 at 11. Seems like it's going to be perfectly set up for the river vis. I cannot wait to shoot that. We got a little Southwest company over here. I like that. I like seeing you spawn in there. Nice to see that. Somebody said there's a Phenom over here. Team Vodka's probably spawning in one of the ugliest Phenom 300s you've ever seen. At least it's an A319 CSL, so that makes me feel a little bit better. At least it's not that FedEx Phenom that he was flying last time. But what is going on, guys? Good to see everybody here in chat. Scott Rashley, good to see you. Russ D, Wojtek, CVR, Fubar, good to see you. Navy Land Sub, salute to you, sir. Welcome. Steve Van Rand, Cooley, Slam, Cannon, Mrs. Jungles, Jeremy Harvey. What's going on, man? Jeremy Harvey, good to see you as well. Says you don't know how happy I am to fly the Zibo. Well, here you go, man. Zibo stream right up your alley, Jeremy Harvey. Al W, good to see you, and Mr. Martini. What is going on, guys? Right, let me move I gotta move some of my stuff over here on my second monitor so I can see the chat just a little bit better. All right, here we go. Let's get to this, shall we? We're in the lovely Myrtle Beach Airport here. Love the scenery. I've got the airplane pretty much sitting on the GPU. Man, it's so loud. Can I just get rid of these trucks? We don't need them, right? Let's just drive away. We don't need you guys anymore. They're super loud. All right. Hope the weather cooperates. Wojtek, yes, sir. I hope it does too. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing fired up here as we come down the panel. So I got the battery on. We're going to go ahead and arm the emergency exit lights. No smoking sign can come on. Fasten seatbelts to stay off till we get the fuel on. I'm going to go ahead and get these into a line, right? Is it just a line? I think it's just the align position. That is good. Stall warning test, do all of our shaker tests, airspeed warnings, we don't need any of those, hopefully. Flight recorder test, love to see that all modeled there. I was just kind of messing around with that before the stream started. I love the detail on Zibo. Every time I get in this airplane, I'm excited. Donut, what is going on, man? Donut has joined the stream. Thank you so much, sir, for a massive $40 donut. He says, hey, V1 Donut is here. Donut, thank you so much for your support, man. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board. I could definitely go for a couple donuts, so I appreciate that $40 bomb of donuts loading on the back here of Freedom One on this lovely Zibo 737. Look at the cabin on this airplane. I mean, it's Jeremy. I know you love this airplane too, but every time I get in this airplane, I'm impressed. There's nothing I can say other than every time I fly the Zibo, I am impressed. So we got a full economy class configuration today, full of donuts. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your support on the channel. Tom Pasco's conflicting with Flight Deck to Sim. Nah, man, I was actually watching some of his stream earlier to try to refresh some Boeing techniques, trying to see what he does. I'm trying to pick up those tidbits from him. So, all right, y'all distracting me. I got to stay focused here or else we're going to be here all day. I don't want the circuit breaker lights. Let's get the panel lights brightened up here. Straight to nav. Okay, it is straight to nav. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Everything else looks good. Now, you know what? I think I did have a failure. Let me just make sure that all their failures are fixed. Okay, cool. I was messing around earlier. I was watching Flight Deck to Sim, and I started messing around with stuff. So let's go ahead and start the flight leg. They're going to start boarding. Before we do much here, I'm going to do the fuel weight and balance. Let's go ahead and do the payload here. As far as passengers, let's just go ahead and load it up. I know you guys told me there's another way to do this. I wish there was an easier way. I'm sure there is. pretty much just loading up a full plane here. We're going to do that. Cargo, let's take 500 up front, take about 250 in the back, not very much at all. Those are all the standard weights. Fuel, we need 11,000 pounds of gas. We'll go ahead and set that. And let's go ahead and call the fuel truck. Cool, he's coming up. Ground crew, start service. Who's on ground? Okay, that's cool. They're doing their thing. Fuel truck should be showing up here. There it is. Love that. What's up, Harry Turtle? Good to see you, man. Give the 2 Iwo Jima Memorial flyby salutes when you go get to DC. Do it for all the Marines who served like me. Dynasty001, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Yes, I did update the plane, Costi. I did. I just updated it. Matter of fact, I was doing all my test flights on an outdated version, and now I have an updated version. So we should be good to go. Myrtle Beach. Last known pause, but we want to take this position, right? We go back. We go here. Cool. Route Myrtle Beach to DCA. Very short route, but easy route to put in here. So basically, we're going to depart off 36 northbound.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
All right, we got our fuel on board. That's good. Let me go back to the route page. Let's see. Mark, what's up, man? Says good morning from the Philippines. Wow, thank you for joining the stream, man. That's a long ways away. It's been a long time since I was able to watch you stream. Feels good to be watching. Mark, cheers to you, sir. Glad to have you on board, man. Click the payload total number. Oh, well. Should have done that. That's what it was. Payload total number. That would have been easier than going through each zone. Oh, well. France, that's the thing. When you don't fly this airplane enough, I believe it's that one. And then Franz, Waves, Caps 3. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go Arrival, DC. We're going to load up the RNAV 19, Fergie transition, Caps, Waves, execute. Scott Rashley, dude, coming in with another $50 mega bomb. Thank you so much, man. He says, V1 stream is the highlight of any day. Happy Veterans Day to all who have served. Scott, thank you so much, man, for that massive donation. I appreciate it very, very much. Glad to have you on the channel, man. Appreciate your support. I know you've been around quite some time. Thank you again, very sincerely, for that massive donation. I appreciate that, sir. All right, let's come back over here. Back down here. Alright, so our route, pretty simple. Direct Franz and then Waves for the Caps. I'm going to leave that disco for now. Missed approach, that looks fine. Alright, so let's continue with we did our route, our perfinite time. So we're going to do this. We're going to do 2,000 reserve, cost index of 55. Cruise flight level is 330 today. I'm not worried about the wind. Steep descent, I know. It's DC, what can you expect? Trans altitude is 18,000, N1 limit. We don't do D-rated takeoffs here, basically yoga, so we're going to skip that. We're going to do a flaps 5 out of here, 133, 35, 46, 141.3 on that. That looks good. I'm going to start the APU because I'm tired of listening to that ground truck out there. So let's go ahead and fire up the APU. Zibo's awesome, just never into it due to the TOLUS. I hear you, Rusty. I love my TOLUS bird too. You know what? I was actually going to fly the TOLUS. There it goes. But I couldn't find a livery that said anything more about Freedom than the Freedom One, so. Trying to download always turns me off. Yeah. So, Fubar, I actually went to download the hot fix patch or whatever, the 1.5.1 patch, and I couldn't even get access to it. So the Zibo is so amazing. I literally have nothing bad to say about the Zibo except one thing. There's one thing, my one criticism of the Zibo. I don't know why all my camera angles are jacked up now. They don't seem high. My one criticism of the Zibo is that it's updated too much. Like, it's so hard to stay current on this airplane. You don't fly it for 3 days, you missed about 12 updates. So That's my only criticism, and if that's my only criticism, then that's really not a bad one at all. But it truly is an amazing freeware project. I know everybody's flying them right now because that Thrustmaster yoke is out. Hey, I've been saying for a long time that the pitch axis on our traditional desktop yokes is a severe limitation of what the actual airplane feels like. And I think it looks like a game changer. I mean, I'm not going to pursue it. I've got the honeycomb. I'm not going to spend money to go with a different yoke. But I think what they're doing there is pretty special with that pendulum axis on the pitch thing. I've been saying for a long time our pitch axis on these desktop yokes are the biggest limitation to making it feel real. Let's go get some lights on it here. Background, AFDS flood. That's good. Let's come down here. Turn up this panel, make it nice and cozy in here. 122.8 is on VHF1. Excuse me. We're going to go straight to TARA on the ATC there. GPU is noisy. Yes, that's what we're getting. We're getting rid of it right now. APU on. Get rid of that. Let's come over here. Ground services. Get rid of that thing, please. While you're down there, you go ahead and pull chocks. Oh, all right, that's gone, and then let's hide these trucks.
Coast Guard 776, taxi to holding point 18 via Bravo.
Hey, Vodka. Check out the AOC menu and the 8 cars. Let me take a quick look at that. Hold on, let me get my air on in here. So let's go auto, and let's go APU bleed on. We don't want to dual bleed it. Let's do that. Get some air conditioning up in here. I think that's looking good. That's all in a line. Everything is good. Fuel pumps are on. We'll leave that off until engines start. Hydraulics before pushback. We got our fuel on, so let's go ahead and turn on our seatbelt signs. What's today? Today is the 12th. It's even. We'll do a right ignition for start. Wow. So I've never even messed with this, Jeremy. We'll have to mess with that a little bit later. Alright. Everything looks good. We've got our speed set. I think we're just about ready to get out of here. Let's do ground services, better pushback, pre-plan. That's where I want to go.
We're on the cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
We got our fuel on board. We got our flight plan in the box. Although we're not going to go direct France, we're going to do a heading on departure. So we need to go 360. You hate dealing with the portable GPU as a ramper? As Logan? I hear you, man. 360, our V2 speed is 146. I learned some very interesting information on the flight director, courtesy of Flight Deck to Sim, about what happens at engine failure past V2 all the way up to plus 20. Or what does he said, V2 plus 20? Or he just sets V2, right? I think it just sets V2. We'll go flight directors on, L. Oh, we don't arm that yet. We don't have any ATC, so let's go ahead and set 330. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, CP DLC Cactus, I saw that too. But I clicked on it and nothing happened. Rusty C. £5 donation. A small salute to service, to all service personnel. Absolutely, sir. Rusty C, thank you for the donation. And absolutely, salute to every service member in chat. Appreciate you guys. Shout out, as my buddy would say. So, awesome stuff, man. Brandon Sears, River Visual DC might be the coolest. It's up there. It's up there, man. It is a pretty sweet approach. And if we hit this right today, timing-wise, it's going to be awesome. All right, let's go ahead and turn our beacon light on. Let's go ahead and turn these on. And let's go anti-collision on. Cruise out to 330. We're in auto.
Flight attendants, prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
We're waiting on the doors. Let's go home.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in.
Okay, thank you. She's going to slam the flight deck door. Forward entry door remains open, though. So I think I messed something up in the sequence, but we'll go ahead and just close that. All right, how we looking? There it is. Lights out on the doors. And let's go ahead and call the truck.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Look at our fellow Southwest out here. Greetings from the Dominican Republic. Happy Veterans Day to those who serve. God bless the USA. Yes, sir, Johnny Rodriguez. Greetings. Welcome aboard.
Southwest Airlines. We ask that you do us a big favor. Make sure your carry-on luggage is completely underneath the seat in front of you or in one of the overhead bins. Shortly after takeoff, we will be serving complimentary juice, coffee, and soft drinks. The overwing window exits designated an emergency exit row. If you're seated in this row, please refer to the safety information card in your seat back pocket. If you have a condition that would prevent you from performing the functions listed on the card,
Look at all the switches, dials, buttons. Talk about 60s design. Airbus rules. Max. Max Rank, welcome aboard, dude. Glad to have you on. Yeah, this is a 1960s cockpit.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed.
In 2021, man. Let's get with the times, Boeing. Let's get with the times. That base turn in DC is I'll show you a little trick when we get in there, man. I'm gonna talk to you a little trick. We're gonna talk about that DC turn, that river visual, when we're on the approach. I did get to do one practice approach tonight, and I absolutely buttered it. I think it was a 60 feet per minute or something. I posted it in the screenshot so you guys would believe me, but I doubt that's gonna happen on stream. But I had to do one practice approach to make sure everything worked. But we'll talk about that base turn. There's a little trick that I was taught when I was on OE as a very young junior first officer on how to properly line up at the runway. We'll talk about it.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, before we get out of here, what do we need on the 3013? Negative. 3010 on the meter. We need to set that. Set our meters. 3010 and...
I'm Myrtle Coast Guard 776 lining up 18. Myrtle.
Myrtle Coast Guard, I like that. Oh, they're not synced. I gotta... Oh, you know what? Because I changed my version, I bet I don't have my tiller. All right, go ahead and quit a push.
Your shoulder. Once again, please check to make sure your seatbelt
Starting push back, and you may start engine.
Roger.
And they're full upright and locked position. And all your luggage is still leaving the aisle clear. This is a non-smoking flight.
Please pay attention to the Freedom card in your seat back pocket. Hell yeah, Slam. What's going on, dude? Did I uncage? Oh, I didn't. Good call, Jeremy. Look at this gangster stuff right here. Gangster old school attitude indicator. I love it. Mark, welcome to the membership, Private Pilot! Exclamation point, welcome, sir. For your new information on the perks on the channel, glad to have you on board. Most importantly, check out that community tab on the main V1 page. That's where you're going to find all the members' exclusive content. Glad to have you on board as a member, sir. Welcome. Start your turn over the bridge. That's what I do. Works every time. Exactly, Cactus 1549. Not necessarily starting it over the bridge, but there's a road. I can't remember the name. Is it a highway? I can't remember the name of that road there. That it makes that loop right on the final.
You're seated with a child or someone acting like one.
Random question. I doubt it was you, but spoke to some Airbus pilots in Detroit.
Unicom mic check.
Loud and clear, Fort George.
Thanks.
Look at that Spirit bus pushing back. Doubt it was you in Detroit in August. A kid named Kenny. Gosh, I don't know, man. I don't think it was me, man. There's a lot of Airbus pilots. I'll do a quick look at my schedule.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set, clear to disconnect.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Roger, we're going to go ahead and turn 2. So let's go ahead and kill the packs. Bleeds are off. Or bleeds are on. APU bleed is on. Packs are off. And turn to 2. Here we go.
Myrtle Coast Guard 776 departing 18, left turn heading 15 after takeoff, and on course. Myrtle.
Let's see if we can catch that guy departing as we start up here. Should be departing. Oh, he said he's departing 18. He's departing 1-8, then he's probably out there. Oh yeah, he's departing 1-8.
So it's disconnected and bypass then has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Roger that. Thanks for the smooth push. We'll see you next time. I can't even pull up my August schedule. There goes Myrtle Coast Guard. Or the Coast Guard. Oh yeah. We got a good start on number 2. Let's go ahead and turn 1. Shaquille O'Neal, what's going on, man? Gotta try some Whistle Pig. This week may be the best I've had in some time. Got my vote. Whistle Pig. Well, right on, dude. I will take a look into that. Shaquille O'Neal, welcome to the stream, dude. Glad to have you on board, man. I need, you know, my bourbon collection is vastly getting deprived with the more Blippy I watch, man. I know you know about that Blippy.
Taxiing 1-8 via Alpha.
Oh man, it's rough sometimes. I feel like the sounds aren't as juicy. In the last version I have, let me see if there's some settings I need to mess up here. Let me go settings, audio, on, basic. Alright. Audio features. Oh no. Audios. Let's do an 8 on that. Alright. I like the sound of the other version better. Alright, that's on. That's on. Let's trip the gens online. 1, 2. We'll kill the APU. And overhead panel. Do a quick check. It looks good. Dome light is off, right? Myrtle traffic, Southwest 1776, going to be taxiing to runway 36, Myrtle. Jim Beam, Diablo, welcome to Commercial Pilot, sir. Glad to have you on board. Exclamation point, welcome for your new perks on the chat.
36, you're lazy.
Gotta save fuel, man.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think 1-8 would be a shorter taxi. All my views are like angled up.
Beach traffic, Spirit Things, 3051, taxi runway 18 via Alpha.
God, I love the flap sounds on this airplane. Alright, that is good. Recall checked, brakes off, taxi light on. Let's do a cinematic drive-by. My nose wheel is probably not bound still. Oh, it is. Beautiful. Here we go. Oh, I forgot the window heat.
Myrtle Coast Guard 776 is now direct to France, climbing through 10,000. Last call, Myrtle.
Smash the like button, says Robert S. Appreciate it, man. Hit the like button for this freaking livery, man. This has got to be one of the coolest liveries I've seen on an airplane. I'm a little sad it's on a Boeing, but it makes sense. I mean, Boeing, U.S., America, it's just a sweet looking livery. Hit the like button for that thing right there. Okay, really? Really, Spirit?
Sorry.
Just messing.
Okay.
We're going to go to 3.6 because I already set up for 3.6. Well, you know what? Everyone's going to 1.8. Let's just go to 1.8, huh?
Southwest 850, lining up 18 and take off, Myrtle.
We'll just go to 1.8. We'll change it in the box when we get down here. Packs are off? Dude, I forgot a bunch of stuff, didn't I? Hey, it wouldn't be the first time I've been flying this airplane and we didn't pressurize. Wouldn't be the first time. Would not be the first time. Good catch. Who was that? Sam. Thanks, dude. Oh, he's a fake pilot. I got to get with Flight Deck to Sim. I talked to him a little earlier in the month. I'd love to be able to do a stream together with him. I just want to do a stream with him so I can literally sit in the FO seat and just ask him questions about this airplane. I have so many questions still that I know will make sense when someone who knows the airplane explains it to me, but I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. So I would love to do a stream with him because I would literally just sit there and ask him, well, what about this? Okay, so why does this do this? Like right now, how do I change the box to show 1.8?
Donation.
I'm gonna get down here. We'll mess with it down here. Ran, cool. What's up, dude? Ran, you're my bourbon supply expert. Thank you so much, dude, for the $20 bomb. Appreciate that. He says, for bourbon resupply, as my squad leader Nam used to say, saddle up and stand by the move. Thanks for all you do. No one does this as well as you. Hey, Ran, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you for your service, sir. My father was a Vietnam vet, so I appreciate you. Thank you very much for every penny of that donation. That's going straight to the bourbon resupply. I appreciate that, man. Salute to you, my friend. There goes another Southwest.
Myrtle Beach traffic, Spirit Wings 3051, line up runway 18.
There he goes. Love it. The only thing that livery is sometimes looks like the AC had a landing crunch and wrinkled the skin. You know, the only thing that the livery that surprised me is there's nothing on the winglets here. I thought that was kind of odd. You know, because I'm pretty sure, unless it's just a livery design issue, but I thought, I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Look at that Southwest taking off into those what is this thing? X-Vision clouds. But yeah, I thought the sharklets, or not sharklets, winglets would be painted. Looks freaking awesome though. I'm going to your hometown? Awesome. Alright, we're gonna come up here, we're gonna hold short of the runway. I know I'm all over the taxiway. I'm using the yaw axis on my TCA side stick for the nose wheel tiller. Now, I would love to see, and there's probably, I don't know if, I think it would sell, I don't know, either Honeycomb or Thrustmaster or somebody come out with a tiller. Just a generic tiller. It doesn't have to be, you know, a vertical. It'd be cool if you could switch it vertical or horizontal like the Airbus, but just
Myrtle
a
Beach
tiller.
traffic, Spirit Wings 3051, takeoff runway 18.
Alright, he's taken off. This is the ILS critical hold line. We can pass that. We're going to hold short on the
Myrtle Beach
runway.
traffic, Southwest 850, we're passing 3,700.
Vodka, Flight Level 223, you're not blacking out yet?
Last call, Myrtle Beach.
I know, Haslogan. How dare Spirit cut Southwest off? Man, if that happened in real life, you wouldn't hear the end of it. I actually got really upset in Atlanta one time because Southwest cut me off. And then it ended up being like a 20-minute delay because he cut me off. I was pretty pissed. I was not happy. We'll watch that Spirit take off there. I love seeing AI traffic. Appreciate it when you guys join up. Makes it fun. I think it looks especially good. Chris, I wonder what it would look like on the 321. I think this livery on the 321 would look pretty epic too. All right, let's come back down here. Let's go departure. We're going to change this to 18. And that's going to be takeoff speeds deleted. So then we can go menu. Oh no. We can go index, takeoff. Here we go. New speeds 33, 35, 46, no flex, flaps 5. And he's out of here. Myrtle Beach traffic, Southwest 1776, line up and wait runway 18 Myrtle.
Clear for departure, enjoy the flight.
Love it. Have I flown the river visual? Oh, many times, kid named Kenny. Don't forget, I was based on the East Coast for a long time. Yeah, other Jason, so it is accurate to the livery? Okay. It kind of surprised me, because I know the regular livery, I believe this is painted. I love the window views on the Zibo. So realistic. I feel like I'm in an airplane. I'm gonna see if I can line up from this view. That used to be my favorite view as a kid. Taking the runway here on the threshold. How do we do? Hey, not bad. Not bad for a window view lineup, huh? A little bit off to the left. I'll take it. We'll give him just a little bit of time. Let's make sure our TARA transponder is on. We'll give him about another 30 seconds and then we'll go. We'll do a panoramic spin around here. Hit the like button for Freedom and Max Togas. I agree, Jeremy. American needs a different livery. I thought it looked boring the moment they came out with that new one, all gray. When they had to paint them instead of going with the bare metal, I was disappointed with the all gray livery. I mean, that looks sharp. Does that livery say God, guns, and football anywhere? It should. Be one shot here of the profile, and then I think we should have enough space. Mr. Martini, have a good flight. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I love this little Myrtle Beach airport scenery. All right, here we go. Let's get Togas in chat. You guys ready? Let's go auto throttle, LNAV, VNAV, or why can't we arm our LNAV? Oh, because we need to fly a heading of 1-8. Heading select 180 runway heading LNAV VNAV. You guys ready? Here we go. There we go. Got on the auto throttle. Yoga. Knots, thrust in.
V1, rotate.
Right?
Positive 3.
Why do we lose our auto thrust? Okay. That scared me. Auto throttle's off.
400.
Bye-bye. Oh. Freaking freedom.
1,000.
How will we get to the command bars? Acceleration altitude, bring it back. Start turning to France. We're at climb thrust, then 1. One more flyby. Nose a little bit, and let's go legs. Franz, execute. We got to clear out that disco. LNAV, flap 0 after takeoff checklist. Did my spoid brake deploy? Navy land sub? I have it on an axis. That might have been an issue. We'll see. No speeding below 10. Oh boy. Speeding. I'm trying to be like a true Boeing pilot here at hand flying. That can come off. That can go off. Gosh, this hand flies so nice though. Sam, I was going to use that livery ironically today too. If I didn't do the Boeing, I was going to use Virgin America with Carta CFM motors. That's what I was going to do. But then last minute I decided to go with the Freedom One. I've had about enough fun. It's pretty much straight out. Let's go Command A. And let's clear out this discontinuity here. Actually, I think we just put waves right there like that. Okay, that looks good. We're climbing out. Let's make sure we are pressurizing. Indeed, we are. I gotta adjust some of these window views. Look at that. Is that 10,000? Nope. All my views are pointed up. I'm trying to move them down a little bit. I agree, Jeremy. Flyby sounds are top-notch in this airplane. As soon as we get out of 10, which we basically are now, we'll do another flyby, kill these. Off, off, off. And strobe instead, we kill the logo light, kill the wing and wheel well. One more flyby. Not landing LA. You gotta check out Colorado 1 livery. Oh, I know about that one. On the Zibo 73700. I've seen it in real life, man. I haven't checked it out on the Zibo mod. You think I'll get the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke? Andre, no, I don't think so, man. I already have the honeycomb, so I don't think I will be spending the money to go to a different yoke. The honeycomb is just fine for me. I love the honeycombs stuff, but I have been saying for a while that the pitch axis, and not just on the honeycomb, but on any yoke in general, has always been, in my opinion, the limitation of a desktop sim. Like, it just doesn't, it never felt right. Now, I'm sure if you go to the Yoko yoke or, something really high dollar, where we're talking $1,000, I would imagine it's a little bit better. But when I saw the first screenshots, you guys posted them in the Discord of the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, that pendulum axis on the pitch axis looked it is very unique. I think they're the only ones to do it. And I think that could be, depending on, the quality of it and what it actually feels like in your hands. From what I've seen on YouTube, people are really loving it. So that could be a game changer for some people. Slam cannon. Command A. What a weird status. What a weird way to say autopilot. Airbus +1. I agree. At least in the Airbus, we don't give away command of the aircraft. I never give away command of the aircraft. That's why we say autopilot or AP1. These Boeing guys, they want to give command away. Jeez. +1 Airbus is right. Download Lone Star 1. Jeremy, I love the Lone Star 1 as well. I've seen that one many times. I should get it though, for sure. Maybe the next Zibo flight will be Lone Star 1. I should have flown the Lone Star 1 tonight, actually. That's alright. We're 15.3. The top of climb... excuse me. Top of climb looks like we'll be alright. Originally, I had us going up to 37, and I was just like, that's way too high for this short of a flight. Look at those clouds, though. Gosh, those clouds are looking absolute juicy. Let's go exterior way down. Let's go here. Yes, please. Look at that shot. Could always sell the honeycomb and buy the Thrustmaster? I don't know, man. See, I'd have to feel it in person first, Jeremy, because I personally love the feel of the honeycomb. I think it is, the yoke itself, the material that it's made out of, is very, very high quality. I'm not saying the Thrustmaster isn't, but it feels very high quality to me. And the other Thrustmaster products that I have, whether it be the TCA Airbus throttle or the side stick, they feel of lesser quality materials, a little bit lighter quality, but it's also, that's, you know, give or trade price point, right? So I don't think I would just give up the honeycomb for it. But if it indeed felt as high of quality, and I'm talking about the actual yoke itself, as the honeycomb, then they might have something to go by. Because I am very interested in that pendulum pitch axis. That definitely has the potential to be game-changing in yoke-driven aircraft. And literally, I mean, I've never even touched the thing, but I can just tell a pendulum axis on the pitch column is definitely potential game-changer. Al, I hear you, man. It's a beautiful day right now, man. I might be going outside this evening, too. Vodka, you're going to go around DC just to fly the approach again? I love the approach in DC. How about those clouds for the wind, though? Jeremy, I do not know. That is one question. I don't know what the pricing is for the Thrustmaster setup. I haven't even looked into that. I'm not sure what the pricing would be. But that is just a stunning shot right there. Another Jason. Oh, man. Slam says it's $3.99 for the throttle only. $3.99 for the throttle. $4.99 for the pack. Wow. Wow, that is. I mean, I don't want to say because like I said, I haven't even seen the thing in real life, so I can't speak to its quality. But at that price point, you better bring a quality feeling add-on. But what I've heard, I've watched a couple guys streaming it. I've seen XP flying with it. I saw Believe flying with it. And they seem to be in love. Captain Canada said it's his favorite peripheral. So, I mean, I'm not saying it can't be. But that's interesting. I think the honeycomb is about that, right? $500 for both throttle and yoke. So about $250 each if you split it down the middle. DJ, your problem with the yoke is 3 throttle levers. I don't know. Are they going to be able to add expansion axes? That'd be kind of cool. I'm surprised they didn't come out with at least 4 though for a 747, but they may come out with a little side expansion like the Airbus pack. But it is a 1-to-1 replica, which is pretty sweet. That is a pretty cool situation to have a 1-to-1 replica of a 787 yoke, no doubt. All right, we're out of 18 STDs for you and me, old school here, 299 or 2 set once, twice, and 3 times. It seems like it's going to be smooth. We'll go ahead and turn that seatbelt sign off. You're now free to move about the cabin. Love that. Oh, XP has the extra throttle quad? Very nice. Very nice. I don't know. Right now, like I said, I'm happy with my honeycomb setup. I am awaiting a Airbus add-on for my yoke or for my side stick, and we'll go from there. I just ordered some 3D flap levers as well for the Bravo throttle quadrant where you can actually have detents. Problem is, I don't know how to install it here. It seems like you need to either break a piece off or what. I don't know. Did anybody ever get the 3D printed flap tracks for the Bravo? Someone posted it in the Discord, and I have the same exact one that they ordered where you can get, you know, multiple slots. But short of taking apart the throttle quadrant, I'm not exactly sure how to put this in there. Unless I need to remove part of the 3D modeling there. But I am working on the ultimate Airbus setup. I think Boeing is definitely you've got plenty of options. You got the honeycomb, you got the thrustmaster now for getting yokes and throttles. I am working on getting the ultimate Airbus setup here to what I think feels like the most realistic setup to fly an Airbus. Hopefully we'll have some news soon once I get the base in and the grip. Berto, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. Alfie. Thank you, man. I forgot to do that. Let me just go ahead and do that now. On the settings, let's go. Sync. Pilot standby, barrow to captain, and pilot QNH. There we go. Thank you, man. Look at those clouds out there.
When we reached our cruising altitude, it's flying pretty smooth, so I'll turn the seatbelt sign on. I would like to ask you to examine, don't please leave the seatbelt fast on these, just in case we did find an unexpected bump. Also, please don't pull the line to purchase the forward galley lavatory area. We really appreciate you choosing to fly with Southwest this morning. Hope you enjoy the trip. Have a great week. We'll see you back and see you real soon.
It'd be cool if Airbus or if Thrustmaster made a one-to-one realistic Airbus side stick. Andrea, I have one in the works. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm just waiting to get my actual hands on it and be able to review it and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's multiple different base options, but I'm going with what I think feels the most realistic. And as soon as I have that set up, I will show you. I think that's a big deal though, because we have, you know, everybody loves flying Boeings, and I think a part of that has to do with the ability to connect with the airplane here with the yoke. You know, we see it's a yoke-driven aircraft, and to physically have a yoke on your desk and manipulate the airplane, it gives you that extra connection. Now, yes, we have Airbus, we have TCA Airbus side stick, or you can buy any other side stick and fly an Airbus, but I'm telling you, unless you really feel what the Airbus side stick feels like, you're probably going to be missing out. Like, you're not going to feel that level of connection. And I think what I have coming will bridge that gap and will actually connect you to the Airbus for hand flying and just flying it around general. Because I got to be honest, when I put my hand on, you know, just a regular, there'd be a SATEC joystick with the Thrustmaster, the TCA Airbus side stick, even though it's kind of similar, it doesn't really resemble the real thing, in my opinion, as far as feeling goes. I mean, it looks-wise, it kind of does, but it doesn't feel like the real thing. So I'm working on it. We're working on it. I will let you guys know when we get there. Does it involve the Warthog? Yes, Sam. It involves a Warthog-style base and then a custom grip. If you have the Honeycomb Alpha, just make sure to replace the little coiled cable with longer. Yes. Romulus, I'm dealing with that issue right now. My sockets are getting loose, and I have to keep pressing my cable in. Sometimes the trim doesn't work. I don't quite understand that design with the coil part there, because it stresses every time you pull on the pitch axis or rotate the ailerons. So I do need to get a new Ethernet cable. I think Carter posted a fix for that. No, it is not the WinWing stick, DJ Roscoe. It's not the WinWing stick. I saw the WinWing stick, but it's still not exactly like the real airplane as far as the 320 family is concerned. It's not the WinWing, but I believe I saw WinWing out there is making them as well for, what is it, the gunfighter base? I can't remember. Sam says the issue is the joysticks are very springy. Exactly, Sam. That is 100% true. Every joystick that we have or that I've really used, other than the Warthog itself, has a very springy... God, can you just get a look at those clouds for a minute? I'm going to turn this down a little bit more. But that spring feel that you get automatically kills immersion for me, because the real side stick does not feel like that at all. Scandinavian says Warthog is more realistic. Yes. I mean, obviously you have a A10 side stick or a F16 side stick, but as far as the tension and that way that the socket moves, it's a very soft but firm center detent. The it's a hard concept to understand unless you've really felt it, because the Airbus does have a center detent that it's very soft. I mean, you can transition from left to right without really interrupting it, but you know it's there. And the original Warthog side stick captures that pretty well. So it involves a Warthog base situation. No, not Virpil. I do have Virpil controls, or I've used Virpil controls. I've also used the VKB controls, but still not the same. I love that for helicopter stuff. DC ground is online. Awesome. Actually, there's a lot of things that just popped on. Charlotte ground, DC ground. Cool. Charlotte approach. Say Wing 5 times to start speaking Chinese. Yeah, so Slam, I like the VKB. I used to use it extensively for helicopters. So the VKB joystick base has that adjustable return to center, which is very cool. You can also adjust the tension on it. But my only thing with the VKB was it still felt like I was pulling springs left and right. You know, the way the cam is set up on the VKB is very similar to how the real Airbus side stick is, just times I think 7 or 8. But the way that the cam mechanism is kind of designed, if you look at a real Airbus side stick out of the cockpit, out of the, you know, just pull the console out, it looks kind of similar to what VKB has done, at least, you know, a tenth of it or a fraction of it. But in my opinion, still, when I put the short grip on the VKB, it still felt kind of like I don't know, like the further I moved to the left, the more the tension got, or the more the tension increased, which is pretty good if you're flying, you know, World War II fighters or helicopters or what have you. But it still didn't capture the full feeling. Anyway, we're level off and cruise here, 33,000 feet, top of descent's on the horizon. We're looking good. Yeah, Evergreen, I'm not going to get a real one. I believe it's actually painted this way, kid named Kenny. Actually, no, I know they painted it. I watched a YouTube video. It's painted this way. Expressway visual, yep. Or 19's into Vegas. It's a great day for flying, man. Great day for flying. Jeremy says real Airbus side stick feels more mushy. It does not snap. Exactly. Also have soft limits at the edges of travel. Very true, Jeremy. Very true. In fact, whenever I have kids come up or anybody wants to come up and see the cockpit, I always, you know, they're like, oh, I'm gonna move. How do you fly? How do you know, move the controls around? I show them, there's the side stick. Grab that right there. Most people are, oh, that feels way different than I expected. So, Gustavo, what's up, man? Says Skipper, what are your thoughts on Track IR? Gustavo, game changing, man. Game changing. If you don't have Track IR, get it. The only reason I don't have it right now is because I think it was fuzzing up my picture quality on stream, but I think I've fixed that now, so I got to reactivate it. But Track IR I think is relatively, I wouldn't say new to commercial sims, but Track IR has been a thing for ages for combat sims, so I've been using Track IR a long time. But it is a game-changing tool. You have to kind of mess with your profiles a little bit when you get in different commercial cockpits, like whether it be the Airbus or the Boeing. You're going to have to probably adjust your profile a little bit so you can see the full cockpit and the switches. But once you get your profiles dialed in, it's game-changing. It'll take you a couple flights to get used to it. The motion itself is kind of trippy when, you know, you look 5 degrees to the right, but you actually just moved 70 degrees in the sim. So that's kind of, it can make you, I don't know about motion sickness, but it can give you kind of a headache if you're not used to it right away. But that's normal. It'll get better with use. But it is game changing, especially for, what am I doing here? There we go. Especially for a river visual approach or any approach where you have a turn to final or doing traffic pattern work. It's game changing. Lining up on the runway. I mean, you can actually look out the window and line up on the runway properly. So it's worth every penny. If that's one add-on that you don't have, I would highly, you know, Christmas is coming up, I would highly recommend that. If you're wondering what should I purchase for my sim, look into Track IR, because I'm telling you, it is a game-changing add-on. It really is. And you can use it for all sims. I'm going to load up the River Visual 1.9. We got the RNP loaded. We're going to turn it all off and hand fly it when it's time. I'm just loading up some stuff here. Let's go Arrival now and pull out the Caps 3. What is the bottom? Bottom is BAM at 6,000. So we'll go ahead and set 6,000 here in the altitude window. John Howe, what's up, man? Track IR made me puke. It takes some getting used to. Trust me, when you're flying it in Digital Combat Simulator and you're, you know, in a dogfight and you're looking behind you and flying forward the whole time, it can definitely make you sick. But you'll get used to it. Sam says maybe on one day I'll be that kid in the cockpit. Yeah, that's why I encourage it. You guys go flying. Come on up. I don't, you know, there's very few pilots that I've ever flown with that don't appreciate that. I mean, we love it. It's especially now during the holidays, you know, kids are traveling a lot, families are going to go see, or everyone's going to go see their families and relatives, and everyone's typically in a good mood. So I love it. I love it when kids come up, and even, you know, I get adults that come up and want to take pictures and selfies and all that. So you don't have to be a kid. Yeah, Kenny, you can watch the video of them painting this airplane on YouTube. Slam, yeah, you got to have a good dead zone, and you have to have a proper profile. And like you said, look with your eyes first, because if you look with your eyes, you'll slowly start moving your head. You know, it's kind of like when you're flying a helicopter and they say, you know, turn to the left. You just start thinking about left. Or looking left, you're going to move the cyclic. You're going to start going left. Use Track IR with the Nimbus. I got to get back in the Nimbus. Jeremy, yes, your thumb, you can rest it right on top. So that's one of the things about the TCA Airbus side stick. It has that little hat switch right in the detent where you normally put your thumb. But to be honest with you, Jeremy, a lot of times I only fly with 3 fingers. I rest my hand on the bottom and I kind of just, you know, I have like 3 fingers on it because it's that sensitive, especially if you're doing an ILS. That's the technique that was taught when you're doing a single engine ILS. You know, for training, we have to hand fly an ILS single engine. And the whole, I mean, I would say the majority of that approach to fly it without overcorrecting is being light on the controls, and using 3 fingers, it really helps you not over control the side stick, because you can definitely start over controlling and start oscillating. In fact, there's a video on YouTube, I think one of you guys brought it to my attention, about an Airbus in Gibraltar, where they either went around on an approach into Gibraltar and it's just rocking left and right, completely out of phase with the airplane. If that pilot would just let go of the side stick, it would be totally fine. But he's completely out of phase and he's over controlling the side stick, and that's what happens. You get those big oscillations. Berto, what's up, man? Thanks for the $5 bomb. I appreciate that. He says, hey, Skip, that's exactly what I'd love to do, is take a selfie in the pit. Berto, hey, man, if it's me up there, you can take a selfie anytime you want, dude. You can even get clearance for me, turn the APU on. I had one kid start the APU one time. It was like, you would have thought that I was freaking Santa Claus or something. He was so excited. But yeah, Bert, thanks for the $5 bomb. I appreciate it, man. If it's ever me up there, you can take as many selfies as you want, man. Jeremy, when I say 3 fingers, you mean thumb plus pointer middle? Yeah, thumb, index, and middle finger. So what I do, and I'm kind of doing it right now on my TCA stick, is I'll take my ring finger and I rest that along the base where your palm would rest. So if you look at the Airbus side stick, there's kind of a plate on the bottom of it, right? And that's where your palm would rest traditionally. And if you put your ring finger right on the edge of that, and you just grab the base of the stick with 3 fingers, and I use my thumb really as a pushing action, and then I would use my middle finger as a pulling action, and then and that's how I would manipulate. On a single engine approach, that's all you need is very light pressures. In fact, if you watch Sully, the movie Sully, and you look at the video where the NTSB is doing the approach recreation, and that lady is hand flying the airplane, you'll see her manipulating the side stick with 3 fingers. That's how I knew she was really trained on the Airbus, because that's a technique that is taught, is to use 3 fingers when you're doing a single engine, or in their case, no engine approach. Ooh, I love this shot. That is juice right there. Jason, what's up? Thanks for the $5 bomb as well. He says, private check ride this weekend. I should panic and let the plane fly me, right? Jason, thanks for the $5 bomb, man. Hey, I'm sure you're going to absolutely crush it. But no, you know exactly what I'm going to say. Don't let the airplane fly you, man. Don't let the airplane fly you. You're in control. It doesn't matter what the winds are doing. It doesn't matter what type of approach you're doing, whether it's a short field or a soft field landing. You make the airplane do exactly what you want it to do. As long as you do that, you're going to pass. You will always pass every single check ride. I shouldn't say always, but unless you have lacking with the knowledge aspect. But as far as a flight portion of any check ride in your career, unless you just blatantly don't know the maneuver or the situation, the process you're supposed to do, if you just make the airplane do what you want it to do, you will pass every single one. So, I say if you don't know a procedure, say you're doing an emergency descent and you don't know your procedures, then even though if you don't know it, you're probably not going to pass, right? It doesn't matter what the airplane does. You don't know it, you don't know it. So go in prepared, but as far as flying the airplane, that's the key to any check ride, any loft, any PC. Hey, you're already signed off. Someone else already said you know it, you're ready, so go prove it. Thanks for the subscribe, man. Appreciate it. Christian said, I saw the 3 fingers from the Lufthansa A380 video. Yep. Oh, winging it. You saw a video of an Embry-Riddle student in 172 go through the taxi signs? Oh, man. Probably just panicked, I feel like it's getting late. What time is it? 21:49. I don't want to do this approach at night. Oh my gosh. Screenshot just hit top of descent. Does that not look beautiful to you? That is freaking stunning right there. A little stutter as we load in DC. Maybe just write down all the correct answers or pass the test. There you go. I do love the squashed engines on this Boeing. 10 for 10 on the clouds. All right, let's come inside here. Let's get our volumes back up. Let's pay attention. Let's actually do something here. Man, should we do another flight up to Philly in the Q400? Philly's online. Maybe we should do a quick flight up to Philly. Well, let's see what time is it. 2 o'clock. I'm doing pork tenderloins tonight. I just got a pellet grill. I cannot stop using it. Pellet grills are freaking awesome. That's another thing on your Christmas list. If you haven't got a pellet grill, you need to get one. I got a Camp Chef. I know this is totally unrelated. Probably going to get about 10 thumbs downs, but I can't stop using it. I've smoked out about every type of meat there is for a month. All right, we're coming down at 6,000. Let's come down here to our NITS ref. We're going to do a 30 flap landing, 144 on the speed. That looks good. We're not even going to worry about arming the approach or the backup approach course. We are going to hand fly the river visual. Now, I want to talk real quick here. This is some aerodynamics, a lesson that we're going to get into very briefly on this approach. And you have to understand this concept. If you understand the concept of aerodynamics I'm going to discuss here about the horizontal component of lift, you're never going to have a problem shooting this approach again. So, first off, you've got your DME rings here, your recommended altitudes, right? 3,000 at Fergie, that's what we're going to be shooting for. 1,800, 1,500 here by the bridges. I mean, if you hit all of these, great. What I like to do is take a few, maybe 3 of them, and just check myself. Because you're flying, it's all a fluid environment. You don't have time to be staring at the chart. So, starting out, I actually work backwards. George Mason Memorial Bridge here, and then the Rochambeau Memorial Bridge, which is the last bridge on the approach. This is basically where you're starting your final turn. Just be looking to cross this at about 300 feet. You cross this at 300 feet, it doesn't matter what you've done up here. If you're at 300 feet as you come across this bridge, you're going to be golden. Okay, so that's the number one I keep in mind. I also take out this 1,500 foot one here. This is just before the building. So right here on this turn at 3 DME, you'll see all the buildings and the hotels and stuff that's right here. So I check here about 1,500 feet. And then, of course, our initial one at 3,000. So 3,000 is what I'm looking for. 1,500 before I start the turn around the buildings. And then really looking to be about 300 feet there on the George Mason Memorial Bridge or Rochambeau, whichever one. Over the bridge is 300 feet. You're going to be golden. Now, there's a key aspect to this approach that will screw you if you don't understand this concept. So lift is obviously created by the wings on the airplane. When you bank the airplane, how does the airplane physically start to roll, left or right? We use the ailerons, or in some instances you actually have roll spoilers, right? But what's happening is, and I want to get outside because this is just too beautiful, what actually makes the wings rock to one side or the other when you introduce bank is you are killing lift on a certain wing. So if I bank to the right, I am raising this aileron, which is killing the horizontal component of lift on this wing, causing it to drop. So if you're on a turn, this is true on all circling approaches, if you're in a turn and you're descending, your pitch and power should already be set. Pitch, power, and trim is basically set. You're in the turn, you're descending, you're killing horizontal component of lift on one wing because you've got that bank angle established. What happens when you roll wings level? Well, now you're no longer killing that horizontal component of lift on that wing. You've actually increased lift on that wing. So if you roll wings level and do not adjust your pitch, power, trim, any combination of those three or all three, the airplane is going to start to get high on your trajectory. Well, I don't know, it may not necessarily climb, but if you're in an 1,800 feet per minute descent rate, that's a little steep. If you're in about 1,000 foot per minute descent rate in this turn here on base to final, and then you roll wings level, that descent rate is going to lessen. So you have to keep that in mind as you roll wings level, because this is a very tight turn here as you come across the bridge. You don't have a lot of time to correct a super high balloon there. And depending on what the wind is doing, that can actually make that problem worse. It can actually elevate that problem and make it a little bit worse than traditional. Wow, this is just a stunning shot here. Goodness. So if you understand that concept, hey, when I'm in the turn here, coming over the bridges on final, as soon as I roll wings level, I need to make sure I either bring that power back, get a little forward pressure on the yoke, so I can compensate for that horizontal component of the lift coming back and preventing to get high. That is a key thing. I've seen a lot of guys do that. They get high as soon as they roll out. And when you roll out on final here, you're at, like I said, 300 feet. You're sub through 200 feet by the time you're rolling out on final wings level. If you go high in DC at 200 feet, you're going around. Okay, because it's just, you don't have the room to correct, you don't have the runway length to correct, and you never want to force a bad landing. Welcome back to Commercial Pilot, Gator Gaming. Appreciate you, man. So that's my little spiel on this, and the same is true for any of the turns on the approach, whether it's this turn here or you're just following the river. Now, of course, the level of bank that you're doing is going to make the problem exponentially worse. But as long as you understand that concept, as soon as I go wings level, I'm going to create more lift. I need to compensate. You're going to be golden. You're going to be stable the whole way down. Jeremy, yes, as far as moving your wrist only, yeah, that's why we have a three-dimensional armrest for the Airbus, about getting it perfectly. Everybody sets the armrest exactly perfect, so you are literally just, the only thing that's not supported is your wrist. All right, we're getting ready to come through 18. Let's set our altimeter 3013. Set, we'll do auto brake 2. We already talked about flaps 30. Let's go ahead and turn that seatbelt sign on. Let's do a descent announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have started our descent. I have turned the seatbelt sign back on and my guests can please prepare your seats. Welcome to a short duration of time. We truly appreciate you choosing to fly with Southwest this morning. Hope you've enjoyed the trip. Have a great week. Please come back and see us again real soon. God bless.
Cool little announcement there. I love to fly with you. Great lesson, says White Tech. Hey, man. Absolutely. Appreciate it. Sounds like rolling out of those 50-degree commercial steep turns and you more lift than you can imagine. Exactly, Sam. Sam, that's exactly why you do the maneuver. You know, that's exactly why you teach that maneuver, is so they understand lift components and also, you know, the effect of wind on the aircraft. I guess, do you guys still do turns around a point? I guess that one is more for the effect of wind on the aircraft. There's the turns around a point maneuver. All right, we're coming down. We're on profile. We're looking good. These clouds just look so dang good. I don't know if I should be inside or outside here. It just looks so good, man. River visual, yes we are. Evergreen, yes we are. Hopefully this cloud base isn't too... Oh, there we go. I think it's a pretty shallow one. 14.3, speed is coming. Drag required. How dare you. Spoid brake. Oh boy, a little bit of loading. Maybe this is where we're loading in DC. Oh, that's cool. Cloud surfing. But my clouds aren't 3D. That looks pretty darn good to me. Probably should have the engine anti-ice on. Turns around a point, 8's on pylons, none of them have probably changed for years. Okay, 8's on pylons, I hated that one. Boy, Tech, I can't believe I said with you. Hey, at least you didn't say it on the radio, man. At least you didn't say it on the radio. What's flashing at me? Oh, you know what? Is my throttle block not on? Maybe that has something to do with it. I thought there was an option for throttle block. Hardware. Throttle noise lock. Oh, I don't know what to do. 5, 6. Let's just do a 5. Auto throttle, engage, lock throttle. Oh, that's what we'll do. We turn this off. There we go. Auto throttle, engage, lock the throttle. That's what I wanted. I updated the airplane right before the stream, so that's why everything was all jacked up. Alright, we need to go back to... no, auto throttle, rearm you. It's armed. Okay, you know what? Spoid brake. Here we go. What preset for X Vision? What is going on here? Let's just do this. Let's do level change. Speed 250. Auto throttle. Why won't my auto throttle on? Something in my settings is probably wonky. Oh, that is awesome though. Coming through. River. What preset for X Vision? It's been one I've been editing, but I believe it's the extreme realistic one, I think. Oh, these maneuvers are child's play compared to an NDB approach down the minimum. Hey, Gustavo, a circling NDB approach to minimums. Yeah, that's right, Matt. All these guys flight training now that probably never even seen an NDB. I remember the NDBs well. Once you could tune in, listen to radio stations. Not so much anymore. Now it's all XM radio. The G1000. In the Airbus, would the auto thrust automatically reduce thrust for you once you roll wings level up turn? Yes. And Jeremy, let me retract that. Not necessarily yes on the thrust. It depends what speed mode the aircraft is in. So if you're in a thrust idle situation, as you roll wings level, the THS is probably going to compensate for coming wings level. That's how the autopilot works. The autopilot knows this. The engineers, even on a Boeing, on a classic Boeing, when you put in a bank, it knows it's got to compensate, right? So it's when you're hand flying that this is more prevalent. Now, as far as the Airbus is concerned, it's the same thing. I wouldn't say the thrust increases to compensate, but some level of automation will, whether it be the THS, the horizontal stab, or a little bit of thrust depending on the speed mode you're in, but there's definite compensation for it. Oh, look at this, we're going to go up the river. This is a stunning approach. I thought we were a little bit late on our arrival time, but this still looks good. We're at a 10, we need to light it up here. Stow the brakes, 6,000. I know we're a little bit low on profile, but that's fine. At least our auto throttle's back on. That is amazing right there. Q8 just recommended the realistic preset. I believe it's probably that one, man. Romulus, thanks, dude. I'd have to look. I left my old Zibo installed because I have all my settings on that one. I'm going to check to see what I have set up on that one. It had to be some type of noise that kicked the auto throttle off. Thanks, Wait Tech. Yeah, it's definitely some noise problem. Luckily, we're going to be shutting it all off here pretty soon.
DC traffic, code 7776, rear visual 19 from there.
I'm using the latest Zibo version, the latest stable, but I don't think I have that hotfix patch of 5.1. I think it's, I can't remember. Whatever the latest stable one is released is what I have. I went to install the patch too, but it wouldn't let me in. So that's my only gripe. My only gripe about this airplane is the amount of updates it gets. It's so hard to stay current with it. I wish it was just an updater inside the all the same there. Are you kidding me? Look at this view. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Out the captain window. Look at this. Fly by. That is freaking awesome. There's so much juice happening right now. Vodka, you're on approach? I know, well, you said DC. There's about 322 airports in the DC area. I believe the proper call is Reagan traffic, but don't ask me, man. Alfie says, pitch and power, baby. Rolling coal, Alfie. You got it, man. Rolling some serious coal right now. All right, we're going to stay 250, 6,000. We'll take it out past, was that Jackie or Peck? Pack? Whatever it is, and then we'll go direct Fergie. We'll start the approach from Fergie. Somebody should be on, Vodka should be out there right now on the approach. I think this is him right there. I think that little speck is Vodka. That's cool, DC down there. How come we don't
Alright, Reagan traffic, Coast Guard 776. We got 3 miles out, rear visual 19. Reagan.
Reagan traffic, Southwest 1776. We're setting up for the downwind. We'll be direct Fergie momentarily for river visual 19. Reagan.
Dulles traffic, John 3056, vacated 19 center. Dulles.
Ugh, Dulles. Can actually see DC from my living room as we speak. I don't see the point. Awesome, JM. Awesome. We used to stay at a hotel right down there. I don't know what hotel. I can't remember. I don't think it was a DoubleTree. Might have been. Is there a DoubleTree down here? Maybe it was a DoubleTree we used to stay at. We'll probably see vodka on the approach here pretty soon. Rip headphones, yep. There is a Zibo updater, but you have to go, but it only updates, you have to still go through Google Drive, right? Because that's why I couldn't get into the patch. Oh well, I mean, it's not a big deal. Navy Land sub, you got it, man. I was wondering if anybody was going to pick up on that. Enhanced skyscapes needed, Captain. Eat your mashed potatoes. No, man. No. I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried. I got the demo. I did everything. Where is Vodka? There he is. There's Team Vodka right there. There's that Coast Guard traffic. I just couldn't get past it. I mean, I think if I got a more powerful GPU, I could do some tweaking, but they're just too dense. More specifically, the overcast and heavy broken conditions. Light clouds don't seem too bad. And I love the sky colors. I love the sky colors enhanced skyscapes gives. But when you anything more than like just a light cloud cover, it just doesn't look that good anymore. This looks freaking sweet though right here. Alright, so there goes Coast Guard on the approach. We're out past Fergie. Let's go ahead and descend to 3,000. Level change. Let's heading select 030. And we are... Let's just sequence the box here.
Reagan traffic, Coast Guard 776, clear at 19.
Oh, so he's clear of the runway, alright. Reagan traffic, Southwest 1776. We're about 5 miles to the southwest of Fergie, setting up for the river visual of 19 at Reagan. Let's go ahead and get a little spoid brake action now. We need to get down and get some flaps out. Yeah, we're already getting a little bit behind. Almost just reloaded the whole sim, Jeremy, trying to move the window shade. But I mean, hey, for no enhanced skyscapes, it looks pretty dang good. We gotta fly the airplane here. Let's go ahead and come all the way around. We're down to 3,000. I'm not gonna be able to pay attention to the chat here on this approach. But like we said, we're just referencing here, right? 3,000 there, 1,500 by the buildings there, or actually really about 900 as you make the turn. But before you start the turn, 1,500. But as long as you understand that concept we talked about earlier, you're going to be solid. We're going to dial it back to 180. Once we hit Fergie, we'll shut it all off. We'll hand fly it. Below 250, I believe we can actually go flaps 5. So let's do that now. Love the flap sounds. God, the flap sounds are straight out of the real airplane. Slam, that's what I'm going to do. Just full version releases. Flap sounds top freaking notch. There she is. What we can do now, let's re-clean the box up. I know we're not an LNAV, but Reagan traffic, Southwest 1776, 4 west of Fergie, 3,000, commencing river visual 19 Reagan. Alright, 180 flaps 5. We got about 3 more minutes to enjoy this. Let's do a flyby, and then I gotta be hand flying the whole way down. Oh, stunning. Oh my goodness, screenshot. That is probably one of the nicest screenshots I've seen in a while. Okay, let's hand fly. We go here, here, and we're gonna start coming back. What did I say our ref speed was? 144. I feel like I'm sitting low. Autopilot's off. Let's kill both flight directors. Kill the auto throttle. Give me the bird. Give me the bird in chat. And let's dial that ref speed back to 144. Power's coming back. Flaps 10. Let's follow the river. Enjoy the approach, y'all. 3,000 set for the go around. We'll keep that set. We've got replay, so we'll be able to watch the replay and really get all the juice views. So I'm just going to focus on hand flying this in here. I'm not really going to follow the magenta. We're just going to do the approach the old school way. Brake armed. Flaps 15. Shallow out that descent rate a little bit. A little bit low already. Probably was a little premature on the gear there. So we know 1500 is about by the buildings, right? So I know I'm a little bit low on profile. I'm just going to stay level. You don't really want to climb on an approach. It's kind of a bad technique. Just level off. Now, of course, if you need to climb, you can climb, but that's kind of a bad technique. Just maintain altitude till you recapture that profile. Coming around the river. There we go. Now we can start coming down a little bit. Flaps 25. My favorite view right here as we come around the buildings. This is where everybody freaks out. But one of my favorite views in aviation. Let's go flaps 30. All right, we see the bridges. We know we want to be 300 feet there at the bridges. Stay tight to the right side. Sometimes when you get a strong south wind, it can push you over to P56, which is that prohibited area. So stay tight to the right-hand side. You'll be fine. 144 knots. Gear is down, right? We're good on that. Trickling down. We're about 500 feet here. We're looking good. Okay, here we go. Start the turn. Pretend you're going to drive on that highway down there. See those cars? Just pretend you're going to join the turn here. Don't even look at the runway yet. Just look at that road. Now transition to the runway. We're 2 whites, 2 reds. Here's that bank. Look, bringing the power out as I start coming wings level to compensate for the lift. We're on it. 144 right on center line.
50, 30, 10,
Check. close. Hold the attitude. Oh, no. We bounce. We got close. 115. Man, that wasn't as good as my practice attempt. That's alright.
80 knots.
Stow 'em. We chunked it there. Chunked it a little bit. Ran out of juice. Ran out of juice there. Might have pulled the power a little too soon. I was too focused on getting the check close part. I don't think my speed brake's deployed. 115. There we go. We're clear. Watching traffic Southwest 1776 clear 19. Taxi to the gate. Let's make a double back here. We're not going to change configuration until we cross 422. Freedom butter. Yes, sir, Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our nation's capital. Freaking awesome. Love that approach. I gotta say, it's pretty fun to fly on the Boeing. Will not deny, it's pretty fun to fly on the Boeing. Alright, there's the spiritual wangs. Southwest Park's way down at the end. We'll just go over a little bit further. And let's go ahead and clean it up. We'll kill that. Let's go ahead and get the APU started. Let's kill our lights. And we'll keep that on. We no longer need the wing. We'll just go here. Cool. Oh, shoot. We never contacted ground. Rip. He was waiting for me to violate. Well, I got a phone number. It wouldn't be the first time I got a phone number in DC, huh? Shoot. Washington ground. Good evening, Southwest 1776 here. We're on Kilo. We're going to 33.
Southwest 1776, Washington ground. Good afternoon, sir. Kilo the ramp.
Kilo ramp, Southwest 1776. Thanks. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Slam. Check, close, hold, thick Brit accent. Exactly. I said 33, which is the second pier. I don't need you. I think it's, yeah, so we gotta continue on Kilo to 33. And then we gotta see that replay. Sneaky ground controller, I know. He was just waiting to violate me. He was just waiting. Alright, I said 33, but we're going to take it in right here. We'll do this in true Southwest fashion. Little juice on it here. Where's our line? There's our line. And this is how we do it at Southwest Airlines, y'all. Oh, come on. Don't run out of juice. Oh my gosh, was that perfect? Burp. Was that a perfect ghost ride or what? That was the most perfect ghost ride to the gate I've ever done. If you haven't hit the like button, you gotta hit the like button for ghost riding the whip. I'll give you 7 out of 10 on the accent, Alfie. Appreciate it, man. Alright, let's take a look at this approach here. Jason, appreciate it, man. Welcome. I'm going to just go straight into replay mode. We'll go ahead. And there's no one else on approach, right? I always like seeing people approach. No one else on approach. All right, we'll go ahead and disconnect. And let's throw you guys into replay mode because I want to get a good look at this replay. Let's back it up. Back it up. Hit play. Where are we at? Cool. I'll do it from the freak out passenger view. Looks like my spoid brakes are bugged a little bit. That's a Southwest SOPs fact? Oh yeah, for sure, man. Sun setting in the background up there. Right over the buildings. I don't know why my spoilers are tripping out. It's like a new bug, maybe. Oh yeah, right over the bridges. Have you ever been on a ghost ride to the gate in real life? I can neither confirm nor deny, Gustavo. I can neither confirm nor deny. Have I ever personally done it in an airline aircraft? No. FAA has entered the chat. Have I done it in a Yeah, just gonna stop. I can't confirm nor deny any information. This is for entertainment purposes only. Oh, yeah. I guess 121 isn't bad, right? Alright, let's watch that from the runway here. A little bit of crosswind there. A little bit of crosswind there. This was freaking sweet. I brought out the power a little bit and bring it back in. How do we do? Ooh, we had a double tap on the left side. We had a double tap on the left side. But hey, it was better than, I think it was better than my last landing in Orlando. I think it was better than the last landing I did in Orlando. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Guys, I'm going to leave you with a couple more replays because I want to see some more of this. This was a stunning, stunning approach. I love the DC stuff. Haven't flown it in a long time. But, guys, remember what the stream was all about. If you know a veteran, thank one. They've done a lot for this country. They basically write a blank check saying up to, payable up to, including my life. Their sacrifice, their service allows us to enjoy the freedoms such as flight simming that we do, scot-free and really not have to worry about anything. So huge shout out to all military personnel out there, everyone who has served. Shout out to you. You guys are absolutely awesome. For everyone else hanging out in the chat tonight, this was fun. I love this one. This was a lot of fun. Shaquille, I just saw that. I want my Union rep. All my mod sponsors, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for all the new members. Thank you for all the donations, guys. A couple of big bombs there from Rancool, Scott Rashley, Benny. Y'all are awesome. Donut, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate every single dollar you donate to the channel. I really do appreciate it. I love the little slap vibration as well. Everyone else just hanging out in chat, I love you guys just as much. Hit the like button for me on the way out if you would, please. Until next time. I'm not quite sure when the next stream is going to be. I've got some stuff coming up this weekend. Maybe do something with them all. If you're a member, we might do a Q400 stream right now over to Philly. Because why not? I don't know. No promises. We'll see how I feel our streams in the live. But until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya!